All right, guys, this is Kevin Puello coming back with another video on how to use the Bounce Back app. Okay, guys, this app is very cool because it's really focused on making sure that you guys master the strategy of sniper entries and smart money trading. Okay, the educators that are really plugged into this app are Mr. Stevenson Lindor, Zachary Hogan, Jordan Morgan, and Mike Navarrete. These individuals, they have live sessions at 9 a.m. They have live sessions at 1 a.m. You can just go ahead and look for these educators on the GoLive section of your tools, and you can tap into their sessions because they really explain into detail what it is that they're looking for, what it is that they're trying to explain based off of the opportunities that they're sending. They don't send out too many trades, but when they do, they're highly effective trades, low risk, massive reward. Usually the type of trading we're looking at is intraday, so you're in and you're out of the trade within the same day that you're entering it. So I would tell you, just plug into the sessions and look at this app, and we're about to go and head straight into it. So I'm gonna tap on the bounce back name right here, and it'll take us directly onto the app. So you have two different sections here. If you tap on the strategies tab up here, you'll see that there's one called bounce back and there's one called the sniper strategy. The one I'm going to speak about today is called the sniper strategy. If you want to learn about the bounce back strategy, go ahead and tune on to the live sessions. They'll explain a little bit more in detail about how the bounce back strategy works. It leverages a couple different indicators that you're going to learn about through the videos. But I'll talk about the sniper strategy, which is really one of my favorite. These trades come slim and far in between, but they do hit and they're very effective. And so what I'll go into is first, I'll talk about the first opportunity that we see right here, which is Euro USD, right? Euro USD. And so, for example, guys, if you're looking into a trade, right, these individuals, they look for very strong sell positions or buy positions. And, this trade right here specifically, it hit stop loss, right? But you're looking at a risk of about 8 to 10 pips. Okay, you're looking at a risk at about 8 to 10 pips, and their targets are anywhere from north of 50 to 100 pips, because they're looking for entries in which the banks are putting money into the market. So if you're gonna risk, you might as well risk with low risk and high reward. And so this one right here specifically, it didn't make any money for us. It actually lost us money, but there's always a learning opportunity through this, right? And the fact that it didn't make you money today doesn't mean it cannot make you money tomorrow. So you just want to pay close attention to what it is that these trades are sending out, right? It tells you the possible entry point. It tells you the amount of risk that you have based on what you see and where those target zones are for the future. We're gonna look into a few that were actually profitable. Like, for example, this one right here, these individuals are constantly updating, what it is that they see through the eyes of our scanners. So this one right here was a Kiwi short where we're trading the New Zealand dollar to the US dollar. So just by tapping this link, you can see when it was sent out, right? On what day and at what time, right? How much time has passed since it was sent out. This one was sent about 24 hours ago. But when we were looking at this opportunity, right, they were looking for a retest of this of the zone that was broken. Okay, so we're gonna get a little bit into into the support and resistance concepts here. Here we had a trending market where the market was trending upward for some time, and then it broke right here, as you can see through this indication of the sell. So once we saw that sell opportunity and we hit a low, we were looking for a strong retest of this zone up here, right? And which we did have it, right? So on 04/16/20 at 4:41 p.m., they canceled the idea, but they said, guys, this could be possible for a future entry, right? For now, we're sitting on our hands with it. It's a short position. It was a selling position. As you can see, if on 4/16 last week, you didn't enter this position on a Friday, Monday, Tuesday, you had the opportunity to enter it. So when this market was approaching the same section, this information was not removed from the scanner. We were able to actually enter a short position where we had minimal risk, right? And a massive reward that is still, going into this section down here. So this trade right here was actually able to give us about 140 pips just off of the sell and the retest of this section. And it was a textbook trade, guys. I mean, this short position right here for NZD USD, if you caught it, it would have made you a significant amount of money, little to no drawdown. And the reason for entering this trade was because this was a section where there was a high amount of liquidity that was being removed from the market, right? There were stop losses that were in this section that the market had to come up and take out before it can make the downward move, right? What I love about this app is that it goes very deep into the understanding of trading entering at smart money positions and making your money as effectively as possible, right? Oftentimes, you're not going to be entering a trade every single day, but when you do enter a trade, you want to make sure that it provides you the highest reward possible. You know, these educators are really committed to sharing with us the best opportunities to enter trades, and they're going to explain it to you on their live session. So I would highly recommend that you use this app in connection to the GoLive sessions that go along with it, with the educators that I mentioned in the beginning of this video, right? We're going to take a look at another trade that was sent out, AUD USD. It was sent out about 22 hours ago, you know, and let me see over here. No, just looking to USD CAD. All right, perfect. So over here, this was a textbook position using the smart money entry opportunity. So as you guys can see, right, we had a low that the market was approaching. And once we saw this section, right, once we saw this section in which the market was already forming a good amount of support, right, they gave us a entry point, right, a possible entry area. So we were going long on this trade. And then down here we had our stop area. So this is our risk. This was a textbook money, smart money entry in which, you know, you have a market that is being pushed down by the banks. And then over time, right, the banks start to put in their positions to ride this market all the way back up to our target zones, right? As you can see, they mark the target zones very, very clearly. You had your target 1 and you had your final target up here. And so this trade, right, we're looking at the 1 hour time frame. It took about a few days to be able to approach this section, but it was a beautiful entry opportunity that provided us massive amounts of pips with extremely, extremely, extremely low risk. So we were looking at about a 20 pip risk, so 20 pips that we were risking on this USD CAD trade, and our reward was over 200 pips, just approaching target 1, which was this section in which we had a break from this consolidation area, as you guys can see, right? From this section right here where the market consolidated, where it was moving, and it broke this area of support, right? We set up our first target. So we smashed through target 1, and then our second target was these high points that the market had made, right, a few days ago. And so that's what the banks like to do. They like to push down the market to be able to enter their positions, right? Remove all liquidity in this area. And then, you know, they like to enter and aggressively push the market up. And that's exactly what you're learning how to do through this sniper entry, guys. So we're talking about low risk, high reward trades, and you're going to understand effectively on how you can enter trades like this that are going to give you, you know, a 20-to-1 risk to reward ratio, guys. You know, smart money entry and the education that is provided by the creators of Bounce Back and the Smart Money Trading Academy, guys, is literally second to none. It's one of the best forms of trading that we have in our company, and I would highly recommend that you use this app and that you use the education that are provided by, you know, Stevenson Lindor, Zachary Hogan, and the team for Bounce Back, guys. So that is a quick understanding of how you guys can go ahead and enter this position and use this app as effectively as possible. Using you know, the tools that are provided to you here with IM Mastery Academy. So once again, if you have any questions on how these apps work, right, make sure you reach out to a mentor. We can guide you on what's the next step you can take, you know, things like proper risk management, anything that it is that you may need to better understand this platform. Reach out to one of us and we'll make sure that we can help you guys as effectively as possible. With that being said, thank you guys so much. Have a blessed day.